Alright, so we have finally reached Jodhpur, and we had a great time in Jawai. Absolutely incredible. In Jodhpur, we have a couple of things planned, and the first thing that we have planned, I'm already nervous about it because we are going to do the zip line in Jodhpur, done by the by this organization called Flying Fox Asia. And this was purely this person's idea, who's sitting in the front. And I am sort of scared of heights, but you know, we discussed that if we were to die, this would be a cool way to die at least. So I guess it's not that bad. But yeah, looking
Exit
forward.
the roundabout onto National Highway 62.
And I think see you with the zip line now.
The Flying Fox is a fun and an adrenaline-rushing experience in Jodhpur. The zip lines go over a few very deep gorges and mini lakes and also gives spectacular views of Mehrangarh Fort. The ticket costs about Rs 1900 or about $25 US.
So we just did our first zipline experience, and wow, that was so cool.
It was excellent.
And it was Vaso's idea, and I must say that was a good one. I appreciate it. Usually I give him the ideas, but this time Vaso is the one giving me these cool ideas. Yeah, we had like 6 zip lines, and the longest one was around, I think, 250 meters. And it's quite scary when you do it, but when you get the hold of it, you feel much better. You feel much more comfortable.
If you want to go to the old city, you have to go this way.
So now we have decided that we'll go in the old city, and there's a nice walk that you can do straight from the fort all the way down. So we'll do that instead of taking the car. And let me tell you, Jodhpur, the old city walk is incredible. Something you should definitely do if you're here. Anyway, see you in the next one. Au revoir.
Au revoir.
I did not capture a lot of the Mehrangarh Fort because I had been here earlier. However, a different experience I had this time was taking a walk from the fort to the old city. The path is actually the original path used by the fort and the views of the Blue City from here are just lovely. Raas Jodhpur is amongst the best hotels in Jodhpur and is the only luxury property situated in the old city. But what makes it stand out from any other hotel here is the views that you get of the fort. Unfortunately, the lights were shut this evening as per new protocols through COVID. Otherwise, you could imagine what you would be seeing. Pal Haveli is another charming hotel situated in Jodhpur and perfect if you're not looking to spend too much.
Okay, so right now we are in Jodhpur and I am at one of my very favorite hotels. It's called Ratan Vilas and I have the pleasure of the family that runs the hotel and the person who has been running this hotel for the last 20 years, Mr. Brijraj ji over here.
Hi Dhruv, it's
Yeah.
always a pleasure having you with us.
Yeah, I mean we are meeting after almost 2 years.
Yes,
but I always love to be here.
It's a pleasure.
And you know, so they have this hotel which is run like a home.
Yeah.
Basically, and you know they don't make the guests feel like customer, like
Yeah.
it's more like a family oriented place,
family
oriented place, and you know you get that treatment. So Mr. Brijraj ji has been running this hotel for the last 20 years, and this Haveli is almost 100 years old now.
Yes.
Yeah.
The house was built in 1920.
Okay.
And we, as a hotel, as you said, it's been about 21 years. And
Yeah.
we've gone through, at least 3 to 4 big renovations and all that.
Okay.
In order to accommodate guests and in order to change from a residence to a hotel.
Yeah.
But what we've tried to do is we've always kept the feeling of that house alive,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
because that is most important.
Yeah.
For instance, you saw the drawing room. We still call it the
Yeah,
drawing room.
yeah.
And that room's been like this unchanged since last 100 years.
Yeah.
But of course, you have to keep in mind the requirements of travelers and
Yeah.
things like that. So
Yeah.
you have to adapt and all.
Yeah.
But that's how.
Yeah. And like you also have a pool in house.
Yeah.
And you're planning to make it,
We're heating it up.
heating it up.
Yeah.
In the future, that will also come up later.
Yeah.
And there are almost 20 rooms.
20 rooms. We have 20 rooms now, and
Yeah.
we may, so that number is never fixed through.
Yeah.
Because today I'll tell you 20, and tomorrow we may just have 18
Yeah,
rooms,
that's
at
true.
the end of the season,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
we may have 2 more,
Yeah.
because we're constantly working on the property.
Yeah.
And since now the thing is that everything has become very design centric, and so very you've got to have a place which is very Instagrammable and all that.
Yeah. I know.
Keeping of course the original structure and the original style
Yeah.
and architecture and all that in mind.
Yeah.
So we constantly work, we constantly keep changing.
Yeah.
I mean, every time you will come here, you will find some different table settings,
Yeah.
different colors, different this thing. But I enjoy doing that.
Yeah.
also.
But you look the same, huh?
Yeah.
3 years ago, still as vibrant, and that's really nice.
No.
Yeah. And I like what the best part is that it's so simple Haveli.
Yeah.
It's not like you have to come and you have to expect some overdone things, or that's the thing, like when you walk inside you feel that simplicity.
Yeah.
and you're coming to stay inside.
Yeah.
You're coming to relax. You just sit down outside in the evening. You always have that folk music as
musician
well.
and all that.
And I know that you are so passionate about this.
Yeah.
That is why you keep experimenting and evolving your hotel.
Absolutely. Also now I feel that one of the most important thing, more than design, your systems are very important.
Yeah.
There's no point having a grand tub and all and not having enough hot water to fill it up.
Yeah.
So you have to really pay attention to how you're going to heat your water. There's no point having a large room and not having every corner of that room cooled, because our summers are actually quite hot and all. So your air conditioning has to be, absolutely in accordance with the size of the room and stuff like that. Similarly, the menu is very important. Your menu has to have everything, which can cater from a small child to an elderly person, and all that. And especially Rajasthan has such a big food culture. So that's also very important, and so we've incorporated some Indian, not really Rajasthani delicacies, but Rajasthani dishes, but which are like homemade, the kind of food, Rajasthani food that you will eat every day. Like, we have, Jodhpur is famous for kabuli, which is rice pulao, but it's very rich and all. It's great once in a while, but you can't have it every day. Every day. So the kabuli or the rice pulao version that you will find here is something that you can have on everyday basis. It's got less oil and less ghee and all those things. But we can, of course, if somebody wants the original thing and all, we can always, because it's a small place, and so that it gives us that much leverage that we can customize dishes and things according to our guest requirement.
One thing I can clearly say, and even if somebody is watching this, would clearly say that you put so much thought into all of this. There's always like you are always pondering what I can do better, what I could change, what I could add, and how I can evolve the product even better. So that's very nice, and it's great. But whenever I see somebody who's so passionate about hospitality in general.
No, that's it.
It's a pleasure,
It's a pleasure. I have so many. I grew up in this house. My father grew up in this house, so it will always remain a house, and we cannot think of course it's business and we need to make a livelihood out of it. But also our guests and all, when it comes to guests, we're never looking at, making a certain amount of money every day or anything like that. The first thing that I see every day is that whether the guests were happy or not. So that is more important than how much money we made on that particular day. So I think that's the feeling.
That's a fantastic attitude to have. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
It was a pleasure seeing you and pleasure talking to you again.
Always.
Okay, thank you. So, good morning. It's 9 a.m. in the morning, and we have come close by from Jaipur, a village called Bishnoi, to see their village lifestyle. It is quite an interesting community because they have been practicing sustainability and environmental protection since centuries. This concept existed here for a long time, and we will see how they live here, and we also have some artisanal labor, artisanal people also here that indulge in pottery making, and दर्जी क्या बोलते हैं उसको, वो जो दरी handicrafts.
Dari basically is a floor covering.
Okay. So they make these handicrafts.
To cover the floor actually, basically.
Yeah, they make these handicrafts like carpets, and it's very interesting how they do it. With me is also Mr. Rakesh Singh. He's our guide for today, and he's been in this industry for almost 20 years now, and he also speaks French. So I guess good for myself. And we also have Ganpatji, who is the one leading this jeep safari. And so I think we'll be reaching our first village very soon. We also find very interesting wildlife here, like the famous black buck,
and there are other animals also. I think chinkara also can be found here.
Yes.
So yeah. Bye bye. Okay. So looking forward. Do you pray? Right. Okay. Our final visits in Jodhpur were to see the daily lives of the Bishnoi community. The community is quite a name in the world due to its unique principles, especially related to the protection of the environment. One such amazing story is of how more than 360 Bishnois sacrificed their lives for saving trees. It is an interesting one and I recommend you read about it. I told you this one is better. That
To me, it's bitter.
that was really bitter. It is sweet.
I don't know if it's sweet. It doesn't taste much actually.
Sweet नहीं है, sweet नहीं.
T'as la panisse?
Block printing.
Bloc printing.
This is block, and this printing. And I belong from Cheepa family. CHHIPA. Cheepa.
Okay.
Cheepa means traditional block printer family.
Right.
Working with generations, many more generations. We use color natural, no chemical. Color from vegetable, flowers, leaves.
Your shirt?
Huh?
Made by you?
Shirt I bought. Elephant. This block is wooden blocks made out of wooden made by carpenters. I have more than 20,000 blocks. Vermeil tompo.
Right.
This kind of vermeil motif.
Different design.
Yes, designs.
You made all of them.
When will different
Carpenters.
the sun?
You buy it, you made it.
Carpenter, serpentier.
Charpentier, okay.
Thank you for watching this episode, and in the next one, I will take you closer to the deserts of Thar. See you in the next one.